So we have reached a massive pivot point. I mean, a really huge one.
You really have.
If you've been tracking the arc of the Gita with us, you know the first 6 chapters were all about answering, who are you?
Right.
And the next 6 sort of tackled, okay, who is God?
Exactly. And now as we launch into chapter 13, it feels like the text just crashes those two massive ideas together.
To reveal the final equation, which is, you are that.
It's the grand synthesis. And today we're looking at verses 1 through 3. And honestly, this is where it stops being just a spiritual text.
And becomes what?
And becomes more like a technical user manual for the universe. It introduces these two fundamental components, the observer and the observed.
I like user manual. It fits because verse 1 starts almost like a troubleshooting tip. It says, we're all suffering from, a basic optical illusion. We think, I am here, in my body, looking at the world out there, so obviously I am separate from it. It feels like pure common sense.
It feels that way, but the text compares it to how we perceive the sun moving. It looks like the sun is rising and setting, moving around a stationary Earth.
But we know that's not what's happening.
Exactly. We know it's the Earth that's spinning. Our senses tell us one thing, but reality is the complete opposite. And the text says that thinking you're a separate person contained inside a body, it's that same kind of sensory error.
Okay, so to fix the error, we have to run a diagnostic. The text lays out this really clear logic chain. It's about differentiation. It says, I am the seer, the body is the seen.
Right. So if you can see it,
then you're not it. If I can see my hand, I am not my hand.
Keep going deeper with that.
Okay, so if I can observe my own thoughts, then I am not my mind.
Exactly. You're the subject. Everything else is an object. The text draws a really hard line here looking at their attributes. The observed, your body, your mind, the whole world, it's inert.
It has a form. It changes constantly, and it's mortal.
But the observer, that is pure consciousness. It's formless, it's changeless, and it's infinite.
Okay, but this is where I always get stuck. We just spent all this time carefully separating the two. I am not the body, I am the observer. But then, the text drops a paradox. It turns around and says that ultimately the observer is the observed. That just feels contradictory. How can I be distinct from the world but also be the world?
That is the big twist. It defines the whole teaching. The separation is just a pedagogical tool. It's a step.
A tool for what?
It's a way to pry your identification away from your body and your mind. But once you realize you are consciousness, you have to ask, can anything be outside of consciousness?
No. If God or Brahman is infinite, by definition, nothing can be outside of it.
Precisely. And the text explains that Atman, the observer inside you, is absolutely identical to Brahman, the total reality of the universe. There is only one reality. The separation was the illusion all along.
This is where the wave analogy comes in, right? To make it click.
It's the perfect analogy. So imagine a wave. It has a name, it has a form, it rises, it falls. If the wave identifies as a wave, it's terrified.
Of course. It's thinking, I was just created, I'm small, and any second now I'm going to crash on the shore and die.
But the wave is what, essentially?
It's just water.
Exactly. And if it shifts its identity from wave to water, the fear just vanishes. It realizes, I was water before I rose, I am water right now, and I will be water after I crash. The form changes, but the substance is immortal.
So the text is really presenting us with a binary choice. Option A, you identify with the name and form the wave, the body, the mind.
And if you do that, you're trapped in what it calls the pairs of opposites. You just bounce between pleasure and pain, success and failure. You feel limited and mortal.
Or option B, you identify as the water, as consciousness.
And that's where you find what the text calls ever-witnessing joy. This is the ultimate knowledge. It's meant to completely quench the mind's thirst for answers when you realize you are the observer, the water, the ego.
The idea that I am a separate wave.
Right. That idea just has nowhere to stand. It dissolves.
It's so powerful because it doesn't ask you to do anything. You don't have to move to a cave or change your life. It's just a shift in perspective.
It is knowledge that liberates you, not action.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with a question to sort of test this shift for yourself.
If your ego is just a misunderstanding, an illusion that vanishes the moment you gain this knowledge, then who is the you that's listening to this right now?
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.